Hello, folks. Howdy. How you doing? Ah, hope everyone from the UK isn't too tired because everyone stayed up last night, obviously, to watch the lads. Ah, I didn't. However, the people who live above me did, which means I did too. it was a, it was a constant party up there. It was actually, it was a, it was a party except for halftime when they started fighting. They all had a big fight during halftime, and then the moment that the football started again, they all just started watching the football again. Uh, I heard like a few ways, and then no, and then I knew it was halftime, and they all started fighting, and someone was going, "Get out me house! Get out me house!" said someone else, and then when the football started again, they were just like, "Wait!" uh, all right, what are we doing? That doesn't sound right, does it? We've run out of pressure conversion cubes. So, if you look in the top right, I have been working on completing phase 4. And I've been working on it very lazily. I've killed him. I've killed my friend. Yeah. And then 5 minutes later, way penalty. I have Egyptian neighbors. Egypt have a game tomorrow. Oh, it's nonsense, isn't it? I don't mind too much. Because I start work at 6 p.m. But some of us have to be at work in the mornings. So this thing is working on assembly director systems. And it's just feeding them direct into here. And this is the last part. It's got enough to last a while, so let's go explore while it does that. It's embarrassing, this, isn't it? This is my completing phase 4 machine. But what I want to do is complete phase 4. Strip this place down. I've already cut off the iron inputs and started feeding the end of it just into a thing. That's going to clear out all the resources. It's just going to munch everything. And then I'm going to delete all this. Thanks for nothing, data fract. Whee. Alright, I want to go and show you... I finished my supercomputer factory off stream. I'm going to show you on it. I also announced that the video will be up for backers this week, which is true. Video for Patreon backers before the end of this week, I can confidently say. UNH. Has H-Bomb announced that as well? Shit. Don't make me worried. He's scrapping his fit and retiring. I tend to crash out around the nuclear stage. See, I don't have nuclear. And I don't have nitrogen, which you need for this phase. But I do have supercomputers. So what I've done is just put hundreds of supercomputers into the scrapper, trade them for tickets, and I used the tickets to buy everything I need to complete this phase. So I literally haven't touched nitrogen. Yeah, it has to be, right? It just can't be the same day, right? Like, a day before or after is fine, but the same day, people are going to be like, oh, I'm going to sit down to watch a multi-hour YouTube video. Gaming the system with capital. Yeah. Ah, it's just for backers. I still haven't put the outro on. Nice. Oh, I forgot to... I'm just sort of running generally. Nah, I'm going in the right direction. I've never really... what if I release this video and it just gets no views? I'm slightly worried about that, because I'm going to call it Suicide of a Nation, which has suicide in the title, which I imagine might kill it in the algorithm. It's not a recommendation. What if an asteroid hits your house? Oh, now I've got two things to worry about. That'll be Shadow. I'm interested, though. I want to see. What if the footage of an asteroid hitting your house gets no views? Wait. Oh. A cave. Yeah, Hassan watches it. And he gets 100 gifted subs while watching it. Go on then, I'll have this. Why not? What if the neutrinos go weird and the sun explodes? I was talking to Ash about that the other night. Ashley got me talking about the Drake equation. And if there are aliens in the universe. I say got me talking about it. You know, she caused me to talk about it. But I think it was definitely me providing the impulse. What was that? I heard a shiny. It's a slug. I'm a rare alpha. Fuck you, no intelligent life. See, I tend towards life relatively common, but intelligent life relatively rare, I think. That's what I reckon. I don't think there's anything special about life necessarily, but I think can build a rocket ship and a radio life. That's unusual. Myopic Duck and Rocker on the same wavelength there. Alright. Here's what I was building on stream and finished off stream. So these make copper, Caterium, and then I add my 5 banks of 4 machines making quick wire. I even put in a cute little walkway that goes through the middle of all the conveyor belt lifts. Isn't that cute? Nice. And that fills up these with quick-wire. I even put a little label on it so I can remember what it is. These make AI limiters. And then all these machines in the middle make various different things. These make circuits. This one makes computers. There we are. These make high-speed connectors. And then these make supercomputers. There we go. How many hours have you played on this save? A fair few, yeah. I've I need a lot, like games that have a lot of time to kill when I'm making a video specifically, because if it's a multiple hour long audio file and you're like, let's listen to it through, you know, I can't do anything. I just mute the game entirely and then just listen to my video. Whee. So if there's any mistakes in there, it's because I've been working out this. So this is filling up with supercomputers. And this has 450 supercomputers in as well. They're split after the fact here, and then half of them go up here. But soon, once this is done, they'll all go up there. And then we've just got them here if we need to ship a lot of them at once. What a narcissist. I have to listen to me talking to edit it. I'm not doing it for fun. I'm sick of my own voice by this point. I haven't put legs under, though. That's one thing I haven't done. Look at that. It's just floating. I like all the ugliness just hidden underneath, you know. Just shipping stuff around like that. He listens to it and pauses to go, yeah, every now and then. That's a really good point. Well done, me. So the only problem I think with this setup is that while it's filling, it uses exactly the amount of high-speed connectors and computers that it makes in order to make the supercomputers. So I'm actually not backing up on those. Half of my computers are going into here. But until this is full, these machines won't back up. Meaning I essentially have limited computers. Until this whole box fills with supercomputers, which will be hours and hours. So I think when I do crystal, I'll make crystal computers, and then I'll overproduce crystal computers and feed them into the network, because otherwise we just don't have any. Yeah. Self-reaction videos. I was thinking about doing a stream where I watch through this one. I say that. I've done it before, but I usually get too embarrassed. Alright. Let's head back up and start stripping down. You reacting to your really old videos that do numbers. Oh, I'd be embarrassed. I'd be like, any mistakes I've made or things that weren't that good. VR video stream. If it's cool enough, I'll do it in VR. If it's cool enough. Because I'm not being sweating in the VR when it's a heat wave. Yeah, the Matt Goodwin one will be up for backers this week. And I'm not sure there's all that much that's going to change, unless a backer happens to notice a gigantic problem. No longer cool enough. Basically 40. You can be cool and 40. Right? When you accidentally say all the slurs. There's nothing so depressing as noticing... like, when you're listening through and I'm like, oh... At one point, I said immigrant instead of an immigrant. And just putting that an in is just so annoying. Because I can't just record... I can't go an and just slot that in. I have to re-record the whole paragraph. It's so irritating. It's just really annoying. Some people would just leave that. Or some other people would put a little note on the screen. Little asterisk with a correction. But I'm not going to do that. What's that image where they asked young kids to write about what life would be like when they're 40? And they're all like, I am old and nearly dead. That's great. I have left work because I can no longer walk up and down stairs. One of them said, I know that I will soon die. What's the difference in meaning between immigrant and an immigrant? Oh, it's in a situation where I was referring to one particular immigrant. And so saying there was immigrant doesn't sound right. So I have to fix it. I just missed out a word. It's in the script even. I just didn't say a word for some reason. It happens. When you're reading out like whole audiobooks worth of crap. Signs you're turning 40. Let's clean all this crap up. Computers, which is still a limited resource. I'm proud of my supercomputer factory. It makes 7.5 supercomputers a minute. Which is pretty good. Alright. Nearly home. We might see phase 4 completed this stream. Yeah, you probably will. All I'm going to be doing is stripping down this old base. Tidying up a bit. Look at my first little power plant there. Isn't that so cute? That's my first power base. Just those 5 little coal generators. Aren't they fun? Shit. What the hell? I thought that this thing... No. I thought you could use it basically like a parachute even when it wasn't powered. I was incorrect. Did anyone watch the match? I understand it was quite a game. Yeah. So we got 175. And these go 2 to 2, so we need 175 adaptive control units, essentially, and there's 50 there, so we still need 125, and there's only 46. But now we got even more. 100 and... yeah, that's, you know, that's nearly enough. We'll have enough by the time it's finished, won't we? This makes 3 per minute. So it will be done this stream. Very good. Get rid of these legs. Now we don't need this quick wire thing anymore, on account of having quick wire set up elsewhere. Let's just cut that, and then I'm going to be doing a lot of syncing here. Yep. I went to bed at midnight to prove how normal I am. That's empty. That's also empty. This one isn't empty. Let's start syncing out of this box as well. Yeah, lovely. What's this thing making? Modular engines. Looks like we're all full up on modular engines. Look at that. You need to like render all of this stuff as well. I watched the new episode of House of the Dragon and the right. Is there more House of the Dragon? All this stuff is just going in. Season 3 of... That's strange. Ashley has not mentioned that to me. I would have expected her to. Hiding it from you. Wait, have I seen season 3 of 4? There's 4 seasons? I'm clueless. Right, for automated wiring. See, I want to strip all of this down. Because I know, really annoyingly, one mistake with this game I think that they've made is that they give you 3 different size of blueprint designers over the course of the game. And I hate that shit. Just give us one. You need to use like lesser versions of the things all the way until you get the 3rd one, and then you have to rebuild everything. It's bullshit. Just give us one. I need, like, even more space to sync things here. I feel like I'm constantly running out. All this, get rid of them, and this, and that. I want radio control units, and these, anything I'm not actually making on the network. Keep them, but like quick wire, I'll keep AI limiters because they're quite rare as well. These and these and these and these. See you later. I need crystal oscillators and computers. Don't need rubber. Alright, brilliant. Not making crystal oscillators either. It's how late trains get unlocked. Yeah, you can. They fixed that somewhat with the better layout for the truck system now. Like this base is fueled over here by a little car that runs back and forth. Here it is, coming in right on cue. This brings the coal in. This track system is way better than it used to be. You had to drive it, and like now you just put it down like a train line. And it does the exact same thing every time. I drag my poor friends. Yeah, it is very like I couldn't ask Ashley to play this. I could not ask Ashley to play this one with me. Like, no chance. I'll leave the power alone because I'll have to rewrite the power around. Probably 2 different sides of the map connect through this base. Take forever to empty. I mean, I could just trash it all. Oh, hey, 22 nuclear pastas. Should I hang on to them? I could vendor them. Tearing down and rebuilding always feels like such a hassle. It's not so bad when you can dismantle blueprint-wise. I do need to stop that truck. I should have deleted it when it came back, actually. I don't need to scrap a bunch of coal, do I? Look at this poor thing making 15 concrete a minute since the beginning of the game. Alright, where's my truck? Alright, it's on the way back. We'll delete the truck. Where are you? I want to delete the truck path as well. Thank you, truck. This thing. Oh, I'm full. Look at that. Completely filled up on coal. It's gonna feel so good when it's clean, though. That's the thing. We'll get the rest of that later. It's like cleaning a room. vendor the steel, because again, I actually don't have... Do I have steel anywhere? I must do. I must have it somewhere. Right? I don't know how I would check this, though. Alright, hang on. That's coal. That's them. Okay, that's pipes in these. So let's... If we delete these... we can test. Let's take them out and take them out. So now if we go pipes and I take out some pipes, it's still counting up. So I have somewhere else, I have pipes on the network, but not steel beams. Okay, brilliant. Unlocking a new tier of logistics, and it's like everything I built could have been doing double what it's already doing. Yeah. The furtive pipe factory. Somewhere on the map, there is a factory making pipes that I have stuck a dimensional depot on. And I have... It must be... I must have been like, I have extra pipes. I think it's in the heavy encased frame factory. That probably sounds... That sounds right. Alright, we're looking good. Consumption dip there. It's all those factories over there, I think. God, you know, it might just take hours to run through all of these screws and plates, right? Fuck me, it will. I should just leave this place and be like, alright, fuck it. Like, I'll leave the copper end of it. I'll leave this side just doing its thing. This is all coming out. But until it does come out, might as well. Because I still don't have Alclad sheets on. Holy shit, look at all those ingots. It's wild. Yeah, the copper can stay. Although I'll remove this at the end here. This makes what we make belts out of. This makes aluminum casings, and this makes copper powder for use in the big machine that we have no more use for. What's this? Biofuel. Yep, stripping this place is gonna take fucking forever. But I love it. My current run is based on a notion of turning everything into one contiguous superstructure. Damn, what, one gigantic factory? I have like a notion myself of, I've got a bunch of different factories, all of which are like, this makes motors here. This makes something. What does that make? I forgot to name that one. This makes smart plating. You know, there's like factories all around. That makes automated wiring. And then I want to bring it all together. I want to make a central factory with drone receiving ports that these things feed into. I had an idea for Because if I did do that, there's bauxite near there, and then there's this nitrogen gas not far away, right? So if we got the nitrogen up there, that's like all we need to start making that factory. Well, I guess I kind of need a quartz factory as well. Like, I need to make what I made with supercomputers down here for, like, crystal oscillators and things like that. But I figured, if we went here, and then there's an elevator, right? Which I haven't ever played with. But they put in lifts. And I was thinking, what if we made a lift up? And then next to it, like this, we made, like, we used 2 blocks. One is a lift for us that goes all the way up. And then next to it is pipes. And then we just pump the nitrogen gas from here all the way up to here, and then we build that. And we could put 2 in, actually, and we could run anything else we need up there, couldn't we? They work as vertical power lines. Is that true? That's awesome. I did notice the power thing. We could go and start building that while we wait for this factory to empty out, couldn't we? Because there's no sense just stripping it all down. Let's just make sure this definitely has enough. It needs basically... it has 50, 104, and whatever's on the belt. So we'll call it like 110. It's basically exactly as many as it needs. And I think we have enough supercomputers, but I'll stick another 50 in just in case. Lovely. Did you see the news about Xbox? Are they, they're having massive layoffs, aren't they? Is this the case? I saw a studio announced they were going back to being independent. Is this true? What does this mean for gaming? Are there not going to be any more Xboxes? There we go. That'll keep us in belts for a while. Okay, so let's build right next to this radar tower, to the south of us. That's where we have to go. Then we'll come back here when that thing is finished, phase 4. Arcane are doomed. Oh, you know, the games industry really, everywhere does really, but more so than anywhere else, needs unions. They get a really bum deal, don't they? Games workers. It's like, oh, by the way, you don't have the job anymore. Bye. Just out of nowhere. This is the fuel plant for my system of drones, which doesn't exist yet, but will. They're making a PS6. Like, why? It's. I mean, that's just ridiculous, honestly. It's not like, oh, the PS5, it's got so many games on it, but oh, it's just not powerful enough. There's so much the PS5 can't do. I think the yellow ones taste like bananas. And then what would they even put on the PS6? It's like you've got to get it because you have to get this game. What could carry it? Like, I mean, if people can play like the next GTA on the PS5, they're not going to be like, oh, we need the. Ooh, look at that. So this is the cliff we want to climb. Bloodborne 2. Horizon. It's about time for the Horizon people to announce that their next game will be releasing exactly when GTA 6 releases, right? So I'm thinking, if we build across the water, if we need water, we can also pump water up, right? Here. Sorry, trees, you're sort of in the way a little bit. You know what that means. Power over here would be nice. Oh look, it's a slug. That'll do that. Spin out. always been a slide. No, that's all that. Sliding and jumping. The movement is really nice in this game. It's like way better than it needs to be, just for some reason. Should we use some big support pillars? That's just horrid. Scrap that. A horrible noise. There's a good aspect of the movement in this that I've always liked. Where you can put a belt down. Do a sprint jump off it, and then just keep yourself in the air like that. And you can you can go really far. All right. But now you've left the belt there. See, that is part of the issue, isn't it? So, what do I want here? What are these made out of? Lift, floor, stop. Must snap to. Oh, that's handy. Okay. How high do they go? Do they act all the way up as these? Probably they have to be connected, right? And then it'll be powered. The wall comes in very slightly to that there. Look at that. Shit. They don't count as a wire all the way up. Purposes of... That's cute. The elevator music. Okay, so this goes too high. We want it to go. Fucking hell. This is gonna be... You can't just take it down or edit it a little bit. What we can do is if we pick where we actually want it to be, I think like right there. That's good enough. It's high enough, like, for a long way all around. Oh, connect. Alright, now we delete. If we just, like, stick this here, then we'll be able to climb all the way up. So this should count as... Oh, it won't though, because it's not connected down the bottom. There we go. Right. This counts. I love it. And then we can use this here to feed in things underneath. On either side here. It's the plan. People sometimes get quite mad at me when I express my thoughts about the old AI programs. I had way more in my video just slagging them off. Yeah, that'll be enough. And I took most of it out. So it's like, if most people don't need to hear this, and it'll just end up annoying a bunch of people. So my plan is to pump nitrogen, the nitrogen from over there, all the way up here, and then just deal with it up there. We can run, well, let's say we can run wall holes through there, but I need to go in there in order to run power up and down for the pumps. Which we can do in like that. Although, I don't know. I'll put the power in along with the pumps. I don't know how far they can pump. Are you making a rocket? Technically. That's a big part of the project assembly, isn't it? Making rockets. No, I think this one's fine. It's a little bit of overlap there, but... So we can also run items up here if we need to. Just a little minor clipping there, but we've all decided to not care about that. That's fine. We all think that's cute. It's like an art installation, you know. Here we are. Have you met us? Yeah. You all said it was totally fine. So now, if we're in here, we'll be able to like see the pipes and pumps and belts and things. There. Okay. the nitrogen is like on the other end of the water. So we could run... Let's run a thing across there. And then we can also use that to pump water up if we need to. We'll make a bridge across the water. And stealing that elevator wall idea. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Right then. Running down, like the pipes down here will be easy. Where are we? It's just to our left. Here we are. I don't know how much we're going to get out of this thing. It's the only thing. Pure? Holy shit, these are all pure nodes. Well, we'll see. How many pipes are we gonna need? At least this'll do us, won't it? Like, yeah, let's do a little zag there. That one is standing in a very awkward place. Alright, then we need power, which we have over here. It's holding it up. I have not put legs in yet, actually, though. But, you know, I said this about the supercomputer factory, and that is still just, it's floating. Totally legless. Oh shit, that one's fully connected. Ah! I'm a fool. This one I'll do then. No, this one's fully connected also. Why is it? 2, 3. Huh? Alright, this one then. Look at those legs. That's sickening. Final Fantasy Rebirth. Whose legs were I calling? Was I calling sickening? There we are. That's cool, isn't it? I just played through the Temple of the Ancients in the original Final Fantasy VII. I remember getting stuck on the demon wall when I was a kid. Yum, indeed. And in this one, in my playthrough now, Tifa did one limit break on it and killed it. I'm a little better at the game these days. Okay, so we're aiming towards that thing over there. God. 3,000? Jesus. Alright, these are all 300. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jesus. I used to grind for hours without really realizing that's what I was doing. I used to do a little bit, but I had no understanding of like the stats or equipment in the game or anything like that. I just used to equip like whatever whatever you got most recently, you know. I'd be like, well, obviously that's the best because the game just gave it to me, so it must be the best.
Hello there.
Dark Hammer Time, thank you very much for the sub. Very appreciated, thank you. Alright then. So we need 1 pipe, 2 pipe, 3 pipe, 4 pipe, 5 pipes. That's an awkward amount of pipes, isn't it? I wasn't expecting this many pipes, I must admit. This is going to be a little bit difficult. I'll put pumps on at the start as well, because this has to go quite far, doesn't it? So we need to connect 2 of these together. Time. Would you get out the way? See, I thought I was really good. I thought I was fucking great at Final Fantasy VII, but I realize now just how wrong I was. Let's just use auto. There we are. Lovely. It's full of gas. I am going to destroy this. So I would like... feel very foolish here. I feared laying this out well is impossible. Look at that. That's flush, isn't it? Great, no gas is going to come out of there. Don't even have to worry about it. Not allowed. Are you going to make me fix that, even though it makes zero gameplay difference? There we go. Look at that. Now it goes right in. Beautiful. Oh, we're at 500 at the top. When I've hooked these up, I'll head back over, complete that. Let's connect you to there. Why not? I feel like I'm missing one somewhere. I am missing one. Look at that. I'm missing this one. Right, so that one. Just connect here. Pipe is too long. Oh, for the love of Christ. It's connected wrong. Well, that's just terrible, isn't it? We can't be having that. What the f... Oh, this is winding me up now. There we are, lovely. Now we need a connection, which I can't see any from here. It's annoying. Alright, very good. There we go. Done. Lovely. Hello. What are you looking at? Go. Pumps hooked up. I don't think nitrogen needs pumps. Does the gas go up? Is this true? I don't know how it works. Well, whatever. We'll have built the pumps. They can't hurt, can they? Surely. I guess we can see if it goes all the way up the other end by itself. That would be handy though, because that means I wouldn't have to build a whole bunch of... Well, this is no good. You're gonna have to move. That's right. The daisy chaining is in the manor. Specifically, I think, maybe in the Caterium somewhere. I think upgraded power connectors. Yeah. Well, okay. Let's go complete this tier then. We can test out our elevator as we go. Yeah, that looks pretty cool, doesn't it? So the plan is to run all these pipes in here and then up here. Quite nice, isn't it? And then this is where I am going to build our base. We just obviously have a lot of cleaning to do. Need to get rid of these cats. You know, they're so loud. At a certain point, I'll turn enemy aggression back on. Probably when I've got all of the best weapons. I don't like dealing with the enemies. How quiet are the spiders? So we're heading back to the space elevator to complete the next phase. Sodly. I don't remember saying that. It was 5 years ago though. Holy shit. Oh, I don't like how old I am. Anyone else feeling this? How do you recapture lost youth? Does anyone know? Oh, look at that. We made like exactly 4 over what we needed. Siphon your son's blood. I wish I just played video games for a living. People who just play video games for a living don't have to do quite so much reading about racism. There we go. Bunch of crap. Ballistic warp drives. Nuclear pastors easy. Biochemical sculptors. AI expansion service. This is always fun to watch. I like that it blows the clouds away like that. What is the story of this game? I read on the Reddit that people reckon it's you're basically you're like a what are they called, von Neumann probes, where you're just building a ship to send the AI to another planet where it will build another ship and so on. Is this the case? I don't know. Hey, we've ran out of iron rods finally. Just empty the rest of that. Nearly good for all this to come out. Why does it? I know it's like the games where there's this. It's this and Subnautica really. They have like a kind of corporate aesthetic, but it doesn't really go anywhere or mean anything much. You know what I mean? And I know that, you know, this and even that game aren't really about the stories, you know, but it still bothers me. Oh, you can buy hard drives. I didn't even know that. That's cool. Like, if you're going to do that, then what I want to see is that, like, subverted in some way or explored beyond it just being like, your property. Ha 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 ha. It's like, yeah, but what, you know? Here we go. Matter conversion. Quantum encoding. We need to do this to get fixate, and then all the rest of this is going to use fixate. So this is effectively a wall until we have cooling systems, which is made out of nitrogen, which I've literally never built. So back to it. Yeah, like Hard Space Shipbreaker. Yeah, they actually incorporate it into the story, don't they? I respect that. I mean, like, yeah, that's another one where it's like, yes, you're this, you know, like corporate drone, but they do something with it. Citizen Sleeper. I've heard the name of that game, but I don't know anything about it. Where am I going? Disco Elysium, like you say? That's high praise. Story-focused role-playing game. See, what I saw people on the Reddit postulating about this is that it's like maybe Ada started out as that, but this is a long time later, and now all you do is get sent to a planet and you build a spaceship to send Ada to another planet and so on and so forth. You know, like the self-replicating probe idea from sci-fi. But I don't know if that's true. I also don't know what it would mean or if it would matter. Really. Because it doesn't really do anything with it. Even if that is the case. Oh, this will be great if they don't need pumps. You are a gonad. The alien tech and voice seem to be new things Ada hasn't encountered before. Yeah. I do wonder what's going on there. Let's do a curve around the corner, eh? Lovely curved pipe. Yeah, look at that shit. Beautiful. Oh, a thing the machine uses to reproduce itself. I see. I thought you were calling me a gonad. Like, not the character in the game, but just rather me, Shaun. Ah, lovely. Look at this. Why are you addicted? Standing, like, right there. They love, like, getting into your machines and getting themselves stuck there, don't they? I like that bouncing on it makes the noise. Listen, you can do whatever you want in your free time, but that's a little bit TMI. Whoop. Let's go right here. At least we're never going to run out of nitrogen, are we? Whoop. Whoop. H-Bomb hasn't really announced he's going to release this video next week, has he? It's on completely different subjects. You've trapped the beast. I have not trapped it. It trapped itself. Look, it's happy. It's thriving. It likes being there. The creature's in the way. Alright, now it's just broke. Well, you know what? It'll despawn and move later. It's called Matt Goodwin is awesome in here, so that'll be funny. H-Bone just does it. Here's why I think you should vote reform video. And we all have to be like, what? Dude, what are you doing? I saw a breakdown posted on Blue Sky of a poll of, I think it was lesbian, gay, and bisexual voters. And like, the majority were voting for the Greens, obviously. There was a big drop in Labour, but it was something like 12% reform. That's wild, right? Listen, I'm not one to judge. No, I am judging that, actually. What do you mean you're gay and you vote for reform? Don't you know what they are? Being a gay Tory's bad enough. Come on. Like, what is going on there? Like, I have no clue. I don't mind admitting. I can't get into the mindset. It must be people who just literally don't know anything, right? And are like, well, although I myself am a frequently, like, targeted minority who people make up lies about, I believe all of the shit about immigrants. And I think immigrants have had it too good. I have no idea if this is the right height. It is. Okay, brilliant. anti-immigrant immigrants. Yeah. Or like the Trump voters who are like, you know, married to an immigrant. But are like, well, I didn't think they mean... And I never thought they mean my husband. You know, that sort of thing. Alright then. In we go. We're gonna be... This is gonna look ugly for a second. This pipe, like, I need this to be powered so I can fly in here. That's what we're gonna have to do. Let's do like this. There we are. Lovely. Pipes. This is handy because we can just do this. I am running out, but I can reach for the next one. What do you mean pipe is too long? It's the same length. It's the exact same length as this pipe, which it's next to. I must have accidentally clicked on the back end. Oh, it's trying to connect to that. Let's see. If we put this in, this will work. Yeah, there we go. Lovely. This goes on this level. I can't quite reach the power link at the top, annoyingly. We have gas, it's going up. It doesn't need pumps. That is handy. That's pretty cool, isn't it? I'm happy with that. Not happy with this power hookup, though. I think I would like to change that. It's just not great, is it? Just isn't great. I'll do for now. Oh my god, the lift's up top. Well, whatever. That's what it's for, isn't it? Why did I think it would, like, follow you around? Don't know. I love my gay immigrant Muslim husband, but there's too many immigrants. Oh, gee. Why are people so fucking stupid? Sorry, I'd like, you know. There's more to it than that. But sometimes you're just like... I met a guy in university who was gay and was voting for the Tories. And his only reasoning was like, it's time for a change, he'd say. It's time for a change? What are you talking about? Or just like, let's just make it worse? Yeah. Wait. And this should be... Okay, fine. Keeps trying to connect. Should make some cluster bombs, shouldn't I? Get rid of all this horrible nature more effectively. It stresses me out though, like, I would not vote. Are you gonna attack me if I... No. I simply wouldn't vote if I didn't like, think I had a good idea of what the parties were about. I'm really sorry about that, cats, but you are very annoying, you know? So, the ideal thing here would be to put stackable pipelines upside down, but... I guess we just run them along the underside. Pipeline supports here. Can't stack those, so we'd need 5 of them. There's nothing in there yet. And I mean, you know, not everyone has time to read books and everything, but if you, like, the history of the UK, the only good things that have happened in the last 100 years have been as a result of a move towards socialism. And all of the worst things are caused by people constantly fear-mongering about socialism and trying to move us in the other direction. Like... It's mind-boggling that they're able to get away with, like, the complete reversal of reality. I only have time for Shaun streams. Well, they double up as a fairly good political education, I think. Imagine believing that. It's just so much work, you know? To, like, maintain the unreality. We're gonna need so many bombs. I'm gonna live on this rock for a while. I hate how successful anti-immigrant shit is. I'm you know, pretty low about it just because of the video I've been making. But you can get people to accept such a harsh, like, degradation of their own situation in life by just saying, well, like, an immigrant is going to take advantage of that benefit, so we should take it off you as well. And people are just like, yes, please. Please hurt me, so long as it hurts an immigrant more. Way too many people are like that. I know not everyone is, of course. But too many people are. I want this going all the way down there. So there. I'm going to have it. Yes, we do one catwalk. Do the walkway coming off it. Lovely. That'll do. You know, that just goes straight into the ground. That's okay, though. We all like that. That's no good, is it? I do want a little railing here, though. Oh, look at that. And from this sightline, we can see the supercomputer production over there. Isn't that cool? So I actually want to... I want to move the hub up here. There we are. It's like built into the rock there. It ties in with the relative, like, what I'm attempting to get around is the depressing end of my video where it's like, yes, Matt Goodwin made up all of this shit, but it doesn't matter because no one cares. Which can't be the end. That can't be the end of the video. It's just too sad. This is where I live now. On this cliff. This looks quite pretty, doesn't it? But I need to go get the hub.
Hello there.
the rest of my crap.
Didn't put my message in the sub thing SMH. Hope you've been enjoying England not boiling for the past week or so.
Thank you very much for that, random artist. I did wonder why you said 11 months. I was like, what's 11 months? Thank you very much for the sub. Yeah, it's still been pretty warm, but I got chilly at night once. Because I went down to just sleeping under a sheet instead of a duvet. And then one night I woke up and I was cold. I was like, yeah, this rules. I remember being cold. Yeah, it's warming up again, isn't it? I saw on the news it said that this one won't be as hot, but it will last for longer. Just to be annoying. Where? Oh, hello. That heat waves wouldn't be a problem if we... Well, the moment it gets cold again, and you can get a little window AC unit for not triple the price, I'm gonna do it. I'm moving the space elevator. All this is coming out. Lovely. I'm gonna make some good blueprints eventually. The problem is you get the blueprint designer, the third one, so late. I don't know where this was going, but let's look it back up just in case it was something important. Oh. Yeah. Like, in one sense, they're bad because they, you know, draw more power. But in another sense, Shaun, too hot. You know? Too hot. There we are. Like, yeah. If I had my way, then we would transition to renewables immediately. Everywhere. But since I'm not in charge, I don't want to be this hot anymore. Yeah, we are. It's not so bad, is it, once we get rid of... Surprised it let me... It must not have let me pick up that many screws, surely. Yeah. There we are. For all that, and all these, and these, and these, and these. Jesus. Look at this. It's just absolutely endless. I guess the key thing to do really is to just like totally strip down a factory and just bin everything, but it feels so wasteful. Oh, lovely. Alright, that's not going to be too bad. There we are. I'll do the rest of this off stream sometime. Not much more needs to come out really. That over there, steel, the rest of this. I'll leave the copper in. This can just be like a basic little copper plant though. What are you making? I'm going to keep this making stuff. Just to use up all of these resources in here. There are you. Good. We don't need quite so much cable, do we? Or any of this. Alright, brilliant. Let's move. My entire power network's connected for all the crap at my starter base. Yeah. I run into that issue as well. You build out from the starter base, and then as you come back and decide to move, you just have a big tangle of wires with, like, no idea what goes where. Get that over there, that's awful. See, if I'd thought of the elevator idea earlier, I would have done it here as well. Instead of just got... Ugh. I've got a really awkward vertical conveyor. I'll strip that out and put an elevator in. Not now, obviously, but sometime. That will definitely happen. For sure. Living in the Netherlands, I feel the acclimate. Yeah. We really do. It's sort of tied into everything, but we really do need people to stop being so fucking racist. Why is everyone so racist? Not everyone, obviously. It's amplified by the media because it's like an acceptable political position to have. Whereas, like, not being racist is seen as really suspect. Here we are. Home sweet home. We live here now. It's a nice view, isn't it? And this is a nice view, but it's not going to be for very long. So my plan is to just, like, live here. Build the factory here. This is high enough for, like, there's a lot of flat ground here, and there's a lot of space underneath to run logistics and things. There's even enough space for trains down there, but I don't want to do trains, really. I can run trains to places like this and then use my lift idea to get the stuff up. That works, I guess. Oh, that thing always scares me every 2 hours. This. I like care about how things look all of a sudden. Put the equipment workshop here. Look at that. Then we need a man. I will just stick here for now. We need an awesome sink. It's fine. Sometimes this is things say that they're clipping when they're actually not really clipping, you know. What is this? That's more like it. We need a shop, which we can put alongside this. Very good, so we can get to our tickets and our shop. We need a big power line up here, though. I really hope we sort of progress as a society towards being more accepting of migrants before there are like massive climate waves of migrants leaving from places. Well, I hope we sort of solve our climate change issues, I suppose, if I'm wishing, but that's just a terrifying idea, isn't it? Some power in. We got free coupons. This is all I was doing for ages. Just trading supercomputers for coupons. And then just buying what I needed to make the project parts. But we can no longer cheese that, unfortunately. We're at the point where we actually have to build things. Anti-immigrant shit down as climate migration. So I mean, that's what I would hope. I worry that the ruling class, as it is, will see it as an opportunity to divide people more. Right, what do we need here? Let's see. I have a little space to build a few things here just to look at them. So, cooling systems, rubber, heat sinks, water, which we have nearby. Let's see, there's water over here, there's also water there. And then these, which is aluminum as well, which is just bauxite and water. We have bauxite and water just over there. What are heat sinks made out of? So I do not have them. Copper and aluminum, or rubber and aluminum. I think I'm at the point where I can just build this factory now. However, I do not have this smokeless powder, which is sad. To make cluster bombs. All I have is regular bombs. Love that hitbox there. I need to get rid of the trees. Not all the stuff on the ground, we can just build above it, but the bigger trees need to come out. I feel like such a hippie. Just being like, but we could all just be friends and share. But we could. We literally could. It's just so bullshit. Let's just do a little exploratory souping here. feel slightly bad about that. Why didn't you explode? Oh, alright. Oh, the top bits float away. How cute's that? I guess only the stems count then. That's quite cool, isn't it? I should cut them down anyway, because I do need the mushroom stuff. There we go. So I can leave all the vegetation underneath. We only need to clear out stuff that's in the way. What have I missed in the last 90 minutes? Yeah, I built this elevator, which I'm actually going to show off. Which is pretty cool. And I built this pipeline, which goes up there to bring nitrogen up top. We got an empty one on this side too. It needs legs, however, and we need to route the power a little better and put, you know, tidy it up a bit. So it's just, you know, if you want to play this game properly, there's so much work that needs doing. Oh yeah, look. It's a lot of different. Well, you know, it's only 2 floors, isn't it? That could be super cool though in like a factory, couldn't it? You could go to like different floors in it, put in different like. It's pretty cool. You haven't even given any of your factories walls. They don't need walls. They're all outside factories. You just build a platform and then put stuff on top. It's fine. It works great. Just thinking about what I need. Various things, but I think I need the most. Is more stuff on the net. I need a quartz factory before I can like build this. Just how to lay out different things. It's because the drones have to land on the top, you know? I'm like, should I make a sort of standard factory building that things that have to be delivered, I can just have the drones land on top? Or should I make a helipad for the drones? Well, that was the thing I was thinking. If we make like... What I would need is a line of drones, like drone ports, that all feed onto like a central bus. And draw from one drone port that just brings fuel up. And this needs to be like set off at an angle from the rest of the factory so that I can draw from it, you know? And it also needs to be expandable, like it needs to go in a direction where there is nothing in front of it, because I need to be able to keep on building. More drone ports. I'm scared. Let me have a think. Just drone ports look like this. One, I don't have... Oh my god, I don't have any high-speed connectors whatsoever. And I don't have any at all, indeed. So much for me and my electronics factory. The problem is I'm making just enough of those. So, okay. Let's just make some so that we have it, you know. So this will completely chew through quick wire and cable, but not circuit boards. See, I feel like before we build this, I need to go... Like, I'm happy with the location. I feel like we just have to... We need more stuff on. We need crystals. We need probably more electronics. Even this is... This will only last for like 3 or 4 minutes. You know. Yeah, anyway, drone ports look like this. So we can have them like... one here, one there, going down a line. And then they just need to draw from the same fuel line and then output. And most of the stuff I'm going to be bringing up here is things like supercomputers, heavy modular frames, you know, things that have their own factories elsewhere in the map and are like complicated to build. What is that over there? Oh, it's such a big job though, isn't it? Is the game gonna hold my interest to get this drone bus built? Or will I be like, actually, that's just too much? And stop. I'm determined to finish the next phase, though. I will do it. Nope, that doesn't work. You filled with determination. Minorly. Kind of, a little bit. I'm just going to stick this up here for now. Put in proper supports for it. I really like that the thing in the sky, like the sort of orbital base, moves to realign to be over the top of the space elevator. It's cool, like. Ridiculous. Alright, so this is home for now. I need to... What I haven't settled on is a design, basically. I'm thinking I make my little sort of individual platforms that are maybe big enough to have 4 of those on. And then I put walls on, and then actually have like a series of little buildings with walkways between, maybe. Nobody likes when I do that. It's just difficult to envision, isn't it? The start of a project like that. What I need here as well, I need something, I think, up to crystal oscillators, right? I think I need a plant that makes crystal oscillators in particular. And then I need to have that also make crystal computers. Maybe. Oh, we could just make circuit boards and then also have crystal oscillators and then make computers somewhere else. I mean, that would need to be... What I would need for that is crystal, oil. We have lots more oil at the top we're not using. And we have crystal here. 2 impures. But we have pures here. We could put a train in. Take the train over here and then make crystals. Or we could put a train in over there and bring that over here. That actually seems like more likely, right? Because here we have copper, we have iron, we have various other things. So I'm thinking a plant up here that's a crystal plant. And we also bring some oil. Like that. On a train. To here. That's what I'm picturing next. Where is that from us? That is to the northwest. Let's head over. I never knew the space elevator did that. Yeah, it's cool, eh? Oh, I hate video editing. I'd love writing. I fucking hate editing audio and video. It sucks. It's a way to spend, like, you're like, I'm going to get up today and just do it all day. And then you do, and you look and you've done 14 minutes. And you're like, fucking hell. Like, it takes so long. Maybe there's an AI for editing. You know what? If there was a program I could toss my audio into, where it was like, here's the audio, cut it down to this text, I would probably do it if it was good. If it was any good. Because it's just interminable. When you've got hours of audio, it's exponential. Like, there's just so much of it. The burnout from editing is unreal. Yeah, it's just like... I'm most of the way done now. I'm just like, ugh, puffed with it. And I get very discouraged when there's like when I notice a tiny mistake and I'm like, oh, now I need to fix it. And it's relatively easy for me as well. I can't imagine, like, you know, if you had to get into costume and do lighting and video and stuff, like, imagine noticing a problem with that after the fact. At least I can just turn my mic on and record another go at the sentence. I made a music video for a friend of captured footage. It's like 4 minutes long and I never want to edit video again. It's a pain, isn't it? Mine's relatively... Audio's worse than video for me because, like, all I need to do is slot in pictures and videos and things like that on the video edit. So I have a relatively easy time. Except the Stellar Blade video, which was a pain in the ass, video editing-wise. Because I had, like, dozens of hours of video game footage. But the audio is always a pain. So where? First I'll go to the quartz, but we might also have to bring the Scatharium down. I don't think I will. We can make chips out of the copper. I could drone it down. I could smelt it up there into bars and then drone the bars down. And make quick wire down here. I like the idea of making a fluid train, though. I ordered a propulsion control board from a parts store called Sister's Junk. Wonderful sentence. Where are we? It's not here. It must be underneath us. At what point do you give up and give us an unedited 10-hour-long stream of consciousness videos? See, I've thought about that. When I was making it, I was like, it is worth it, though, because it's good. It's a good video. And it's so much better than the alternative. No, look, just pure quartz, but I can't find it. There must be a way into a cave that I haven't really been around this part of the map much. On this save. I'll find it. Fast though. Yeah. It's a freebie. I just like cleaning up, honestly. I like making a mess. Alright. I did hear... I'm hearing spiders around. I just need to find the entrance, really, so I know where it's going to be coming out. Nope. It's a mystery. Speaking of spider. Oh, spider's doing well. One spider's very chunky at the moment because it got hold of a cricket and fully drained the thing, and it's looking really big and fat. It's making a nest in a little egg-shaped thing that I put in its house. I'm happy it's in there. Second spider that just came out of its molt is ravenous. There's a cricket in there with it, but the cricket's just staying away from it. So I've put a bunch of flightless fruit flies in with it because it likes munching those. But they're just like tiny little snacks. They're not like a full meal, you know. Spider number 3 had a housefly yesterday that I caught under a glass and then put in there with it. Have you been tempted to snack on the fruit flies yourself yet? I tell Ashley that I eat them. He wanted 3 videos a week. Jesus Christ. At least I only have to do one every so often. Extending the writing part as much as possible. So that's the bit I like. Alright, we need to find the entrance to this cave. Need to go further afield. you want to hint... Oh, please just tell me. Yeah, I'm not terribly excited about this. It's near the coal nodes. What, there? Oh, hopefully these ones. Really, I wish I was just the writer for a YouTuber who did the recording. Ah, I see. Here's where it is. Well, looks like we're building here-ish. Or we can see where the other end is, I guess. I'm gonna end up making a train here, aren't I? Cave train. Hello, spiders. Ashley has a favorite spider joke. I start off telling her something about the spiders as if it's actually a thing, but then I veer off and tell her that I saw them all dancing like synchronized with each other, and it makes her cackle like a witch for some reason. I don't really get it. But Ashley finds the idea of the spiders all dancing like a synchronized dance to be absolutely hilarious. So here's one output. If it actually happens, she won't believe me, annoyingly. It'll be a boy who cried wolf situation. I like that you don't get your own joke. Yeah, like, I said it to be annoying the first time, but she laughed so long and hard at it that now I just go back to it every so often. Jesus Christ, what a cave. Look at this. Really no way out. God, I regret this. Hello all. Do I have any less bad options? Not really. It is a good cave, isn't it? Alright, since these are really hard to get to, we could put a train in here. And then train it out and over here. And then we have iron nearby. And so we could build here. And I think out of iron, quartz, and oil, we can make all of the various bits we need. I'm going to end up turning off the arachnophobia mode because the meows get annoying after a while. Right. And there's so many of them in this cave. I guess limestone as well could be used. So, for a crystal oscillator, we're looking at that's just iron, copper. Copper's optional. We can just use iron and quartz crystals, and that's it. Yeah, so just quartz crystals and iron. That's it. That gets us crystal oscillators. And if we do that, then we can make crystal computers out of we need oil, and then we could use copper. So okay, iron, copper, oil, quartz. We just need a way to bring all that together. We could have two trains, one going this direction, one coming this direction, and they just meet there. Because this has coal. It's got limestone. I think that, yeah. We'll pop the quartz on and then just train it out. Oh, I like the jumping spiders that do the little... Yeah, I like when sometimes I do the dances that I say they were dancing in, like, synchronized. And I wave my arms around like the jumping spiders do. When they wave, they're like flaps at each other. And then we've got, like, you know, copper, water. We don't really need any of this coal, annoyingly. I think so, anyway. We could even just have a truck drive oil over. But a train is better, isn't it? The thing is, though, look at these fluid trucks. They're just cool. Donation goal for the next charity stream. Oh, shit. Forgot they get stuck on everything. But yeah, we could bring that over here. There's no reason not to put a train in. Trains are fun. They actually put a Cybertruck in this game, didn't they? See the fluid train stations as well. They're very cool. So that would be here, going down and over there. Yeah, we can do that. Why not? Both of those things are viable. All I want to do here. Ah, you put the... yeah, I was thinking... you put the fluid on, and then it gives you a different type of wagon, doesn't it? I was gonna look at the train wagon, like, impressed by it, but... Okay, that's not very far. I could build over the water, even. Actually, if we do build over the water, let's do something irritating here. And look at the refinery to see if that can help us. Oh, yep. Well, there we go. Pure quartz crystal. We can make way more with if we mix in water, which we obviously are going to be doing. And then we can make copper sheets for the circuit boards as well. In these, it's going to be another factory that's just 500 refineries, isn't it? I've seen it already. But we've got the water, so we may as well use it. Okay. That's for next time, then. This is where the quartz factory is going. We bring the quartz out of the hole with a train. We bring some oil over with a train. We have a little train station. Then we have refineries that make the quartz into pure quartz crystals. I think all we need is plastic. And then we make circuit boards. We have iron nearby as well. We've got a pure iron node and a copper node. We make cable and sheets out of that for the circuit boards. And then out of this we make the other bits, whatever they're called, bolted plates or something like that, for the crystal oscillators. And then we make way too much of everything. And we make crystal computers. Because I actually don't have an excess of computers at the moment. So my plan is to make the excess of computers out of all this crap. Yeah. However, that's for next time. So I'm going to finish up now. Oh, thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you for all your support, as always. Video this week. And then I'm going to play something else on stream as well. I am going to finish Satisfactory. But I want to stream other things. Alright. Hang about for a minute and we'll raid someone. Who are we going to raid? Let's raid Theon. Why not? There we go. My caps lock is on. Are you going to finish it? I'm never going to finish any other games. Okay. I'll be back on Wednesday, folks. I'll see you then. Farewell.